It's time to live your stronger life. Hey, I'm Sammy, physio coach and nutritionist, and your hype girl for creating your stronger life. Here, we ditch the quick fixes and build real strength inside and out. So whether you're here to tone up, drop the body fat, build muscle, mental resilience, or ditch the diet culture, or just feel bloody good in your skin, you're in the right place. So let's get into it. All right, fam, I want to ask you a question, and I want you to answer honestly. Are you actually eating enough? Or are you just trying to eat less and move more and hope for results? Because undereating is one of the most common and most overlooked reasons why ladies feel stuck, why they're tired, why they're fatigued, why they're frustrated, and why they're confused about their lack of progress. So in today's episode, I'm going to help you recognize the signs of undereating. And by undereating, I'm really talking about underfueling your body, why it's holding you back, and what to do instead without fear, guilt, or extremes. Because I promise you right now that for majority of you ladies, 1,200 calories is not enough food. Even if your goal is fat loss, I will put my hands down to 95% of you can actually achieve amazing progress and drop body fat without starving yourself on 1,200 calories. And yes, some ladies unfortunately will need to go that low. If you're very short human being, you don't have a lot of muscle mass and you're quite sedentary, you're gonna probably have to get that low. But for the majority of you, if you're lifting weights, you're going to the gym consistently and you're trying to build muscle to tone up as well as drop body fat, 1,200 calories is only holding you back. And the other reason why undereating and underfueling is really holding you back is because you're not actually undereating in calorie talk, because you starve yourself silly, restrict, and then you go wild on the weekends because you're so goddamn hungry and tired and your brain's fatigued and you just want to feel better. So that is why sometimes you could be undereating, but you're not actually seeing any changes. So here's some other things that undereating can really look like. And it doesn't always just look like skipping meals, or, you could be eating consistently throughout the day, but you're still not fueling your body properly. It's often meaning that you're eating super duper clean, but nothing else, all fruit and veggies and nothing else. You're constantly pushing your calories lower and lower. You're afraid of eating carbs. You're afraid of eating fats. And training hard is really hard, and you're feeling dizzy and you fatigue easily and you just don't perform as well. And the tricky part here is you just may be eating regularly. You're like, but I eat 3 meals and 3 snacks a day. But it doesn't mean that you're actually fueling your body enough. So here is sign number 1 that you are in fact underfueling and undereating. You're constantly fatigued or you have low energy. If you're waking up tired, you're relying heavily on caffeine and you're just feeling flat throughout the day and you crash in the afternoon, your body may simply be underfueled. Food is energy. Food is fuel. And if your energy is low, your performance and recovery will be too. Sign number 2, poor training performance or stalled progress. If your lifts aren't improving, your workouts are going to feel harder than they should. Your strength is going to go backwards. You're not recovering. You may even get lightheaded and dizzy in your training sessions, and you're just not getting anywhere. You're not building any muscle, and in fact, you may even start looking more skinny fat than anything, for lack of a better term. I used to be skinny fat, so I'm totally feel okay with using that term because it is not a very nice one, but you know what I mean. And it's not a motivation issue. Do you know most ladies do not struggle with motivation to the gym? They just need a good dose of carbohydrates and they'll probably be all right. It's often a fueling issue. You cannot expect your body to perform, adapt, and recover when it is on empty. You can't drive a car when it's on empty. Why do you expect your body to function the same? Okay, sign number 3, you're constantly hungry or you have food obsession. Are you thinking about food all the time? You're always counting down to your next meal. Cravings just feel intense and uncontrollable. These again are not signs of a lack of willpower. They're signs of your body asking for more fuel, and it will get it in whatever way it can. If it's really struggling for energy, no wonder you're craving the sweets and the sugars, because all it wants is the sweets and the sugar, because it's going to give you quick carbohydrates and glucose to give you quick amounts of energy. So no wonder you crave the sweet things. Sign number 4, poor recovery and persistent soreness. Are you sore for days and days and days? You just feel like you never recover between your sessions and you're always feeling run down. Your immune system sucks. You get sick after sick after sick. Underfueling limits your body's ability to repair its muscles and manage stress, and it tanks your immune system. And sign number 5, hormonal and some other health red flags. So this one's super duper important. Underfueling can show up as irregular or missing your periods, poor sleep, mood swings, hair thinning, nails are brittle, you're feeling cold often, your skin is not like fabulous, like you're getting dry skin or you're getting a lot of breakouts. Like these are all signals that something is not right in the body, as well as if your digestive system's not functioning the same, you get super bloated between meals, like after a meal, or you're not going to the loo consistently. These are other signs that you're just not fueling your body properly, and it's not something to push through or to ignore. It's a sign that we need to do the opposite. And under eating for the long term does not lead to better results, because of course you need to go into a calorie deficit in order to drop body fat, but extreme calorie deficits and extreme underfueling for long periods of time leads to a slower metabolism, because your body's going to adapt to try and conserve energy over a longer period of time. You're going to have reduced training output, reduced performance, increased risk of muscle mass loss, increased risk of injuries, and a damaged relationship with food. Your body isn't the enemy here. It's trying to protect you. And when things slow down, things are stalling, things are not moving, you're not functioning like a beautiful, energetic human being, these are all signs that we're just not fueling our body properly. So what do you do if you do think you're under eating? Because first of all, it's totally fine. We need to pause the guilt, and it isn't about eating perfectly or jumping to any extremes. We don't want this all or nothing approach. But let's start here. First of all, are you eating regular meals? Are you skipping brekkie, or are you having your brekkie? Breakfast, a proper lunch, not a snacky lunch, a proper lunch and a proper dinner. Do not skip your meals. Every time you sit down to a meal, on your plate, is there carbohydrates? Is there a protein source? Is there healthy fats? And is there color? And ideally, not just 3 meals a day. I mean, some people prefer 3 meals a day, but even on your snacks, think about it like that. And you can have 4 meals, 5 meals, 6 meals. You can have as many meals in the day as you like, but stick with 3 as like your starting point. And then the next thing is fuel around your training. We want to have carbohydrates and some protein before you train, and carbohydrates and protein after you train. We cannot go in empty. And track your energy, track your performance and your recovery, not just your scale weight. Because you know what? When you go from under eating for a long period of time and you're going to start to increase your calories, here's what's going to happen. And it's going to be a shock, and you're going to think your body's hating on you. But I promise you got to push through this little shit phase that's about to happen, because on the other side, that's where your body's going to start functioning. You're going to start feeling amazing, but you just got to get through this sticky mud first. So things that you may start to notice happening is your digestive system is not going to get better. You actually may get some more bloating, and you may get some gas, and you may notice that you aren't having regular bowel movements when you first start to increase your calories. Because if you've been under fueling for a really long period of time, your digestive system goes, bye-bye, I'm not going to function as much, because one, it's high stressed. It doesn't want to digest food. It wants to function. All it wants to do is survive. It doesn't want to function properly. So first of all, when you're starting to refuel your body, you've got to give your digestive system time to re-energize and come back to life again and start functioning properly. We got to teach your digestive system how to function properly again. So in that interim, it can be kind of shit. You're going to have, digestive upsets just a little bit. So go slow, gradually increase your food, gradually reintroduce wider variety of food. Don't go from super restrictive to having absolutely everything under the sun straight away, because that does increase the risk of digestive disrupt. So if you just slowly incorporate little bits at a time, incorporate new foods every so often, like nice and slowly, that will help to reduce the stress that is about to happen with all of that. And then as you're eating more carbohydrates, as you're eating more food in general, your scale weight's going to go up, but it doesn't mean you're adding on any body fat. The scale is just going to go up because one, there's physical food volume in your body that you have to now digest, but also there's going to be more fiber, more carbs. With that's going to come holding more water, and your body's going to store these carbs in your muscles as muscle glycogen, and that is beautiful. That is what gives our muscles that beautiful bubbly look, and also what's going to help you to perform better in your training sessions. So we want our body to store some carbs, store some water in our muscles. That is exactly what we want. So you are going to notice the scale's going to creep up a little bit, just a little bit though, because if you just build up to your maintenance calories, it's not going to go stack on body fat. It's just going to come up a nice healthy amount. So first of all, you're going to notice the scale change, but it's fine. It's not body fat. It's just the literal changes that you're having in your digestive system. Your digestive system's going to be a bit of a bitch, but push through, because I promise you it's so much better on the other side. I've been through this journey myself. I know the shit that goes through on with your digestive system, but it is worth it once you get on the other side. I promise you. You got to stick with it. You just got to cop the discomfort, because it's going to feel a lot better. Life's going to feel better. You're going to be more energized. You're going to be able to function day to day better. Your brain's going to be snappier, and you're going to actually be able to have proper thoughts and memories and think through things, and you're going to be able to push harder in your training sessions. You're going to be able to feel more freedom when you're eating out. And this doesn't happen overnight. It does take a longer period of time. And I do highly recommend having someone to support you and hold you accountable during this journey, because it's super easy for you to be like, nah, that's enough, that's fine. But you need someone to push you, and also remind you, like, dude, you're totally fine, you're on the right path. Because I know it can be scary to go, oh my god, what if I go too far? What if I go into a surplus? Well, if you do, it's fine, just come back a tiny little bit. But it is handy to have a professional just to kind of help support you and guide you. That's why I've had coaches my whole life, because I love having that extra support and that second voice to be like, you're doing fine, sweetie, keep going. So it is quite nice. But the very first thing that you want to do is just start having regular proper meals, no little snackies as a meal. Keep it like, try to hit your protein, hit your calories, start working your way up, gradually increasing it. Like, you start where you are and maybe just add like 100 calories to your day until you feel a bit comfy there, and then add another 100 calories to your day, or add another 100 calories to your day. And I promise you, your appetite's going to start kicking back in eventually. It's going to be uncomfortable, but your appetite's going to be kicking in. When you start waking up hungry again, you know your digestive system is coming back to life, which is a awesome response. It means our hunger and our satiety hormones are coming back to life and functioning a little bit better. So that is what I recommend when it does come to going from undereating to fueling your body properly. It does take time. Focus on balanced plates, gradually build the calories up, and just embrace the fact that it's going to suck at first, but it will be better on the other side. And a very important reframe to have is that food is not something that you earn. It's something your body needs. It's not like your car. You're not like, good job, car, you deserve petrol today. It's like, no, I want to drive my car, so I've got to fill it up with petrol. Your dog doesn't deserve to eat every single day. You feed the dog because you know it won't function without it. It is exactly the same. You are a car. You are the same as charging your phone. You're the same as watering your goddamn plants that I know I'm very neglectful of. I don't neglect myself, but I do neglect my plants a little bit. But food is fuel. Food is medicine. It is energy. It is something that allows you to function. When you eat enough, your training's going to improve. Your strength is going to increase. Your body composition is actually going to improve. Because if you're not eating enough, you're not going to build muscle. If you're not building muscle, your body composition will not improve. You'll stay that floppy look. Hormones are also going to stabilize. Your hair, your skin, your nails, everything glows when you're fueling your body properly. And life just feels easy. Fuel is the answer to everything. You wouldn't put like the shittiest petrol possible in a really fancy Lamborghini. You want to put the prime petrol in the prime car, and if you want to be the Lamborghini, then you need to put the prime petrol into the Lamborghini that is you. So my lovelies, if you feel like you're doing everything right, but you're constantly exhausted, you're constantly stuck, and you're frustrated, then maybe underfueling might be the missing piece here. And it's not just like more food, it's more of the right stuff to make you feel amazing. And it's not failure to come out of a calorie deficit and spend some time at maintenance. It's actually probably the best thing that majority of ladies are missing. It's the missing piece. So many ladies will just diet, and they're too scared to come up to maintenance, where the power is maintaining and embracing and like nailing your maintenance phases. It's often that foundational piece. Your body works best when it feels safe, supported, and nourished. And if you're constantly trying to diet, it's just not going to feel like that. And you're just going to forever stay stuck in this shit, low energy, fatigued spiral. I hope this was helpful. And if you need some help with this, please reach out, because I have tons of experience helping ladies in this journey, and I've been on this journey myself. So thank you all for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks so much for listening. If you found this episode valuable, please rate, review, and subscribe. And I'd love if you shared this on your Instagram and tag me, Sammy_livestrong. And if you'd like to learn more about my coaching and join the Project Livestrong family, please message me, Livestrong, on Instagram, and I'll see how I can help. I'll see you next time.